What do you think about the current state of shonen?
I think it's very interesting because I think there's positives and negatives. We are moving past the era of big shonens that the big three started. Or I guess Dragon Ball was a little bit guilty of that as well, but was really in the 2000s. I feel that we had all the big shonens, and we're moving to an era where a lot of things, Kimetsu no Yaiba, for example, was really short. And we have Mashal announcing that is on middle of it, which I think Mashal is around like 50, I think is around 70 chapters right now. And Jujutsu Kaisen announcing it's going to end in 2013, in 2023 or something. With the hiatus, we don't know if it's still that, but we definitely are moving to shorter stories, and I think that's good. And I think that's good for the stories. I think that's good for the mangaka because they're able to tell the stories that I want to tell. They don't need to drag it out too much for the sake of money or success or anything like that. And they don't need to plan out a story from the get go that probably needs to reach, um, 300, 400, 500 chapters. They can plan out a story that's going to last 200. And it's going to have this moment, this moment, this moment, and write it accordingly without having to pad it out. So I think that's pretty good, and it leaves mangaka with some more room to rest after like 5 years. They can lay back for a little while, which there's people like Ada just been working for 24 years nonstop, and still gonna do it for a couple more. And I love One Piece, and I want to see One Piece end, but I feel sorry for that man because I really want him to get a proper rest. On the other hand, I think that for the business side of things, it can be a bit problematic because, especially I think for Shonen Jump, where they're gonna lose their big titles quickly, and Shonen Jump's gonna lose One Piece eventually because I'm not sure if you are caught up, but if you are caught up with the manga, you realize that this is ending. This is going to end soon. I mean, soon, not in like a year, but probably like 2, 3, 4 years, it's going to end. We're at the tailgate. And what is Jump going to have then? Because it's not going to have JJK because JJK is probably going to end first. It's not going to have My Hero Academia because My Hero Academia is going to end soon. What are some of the big titles that are appearing? Mashal is ending. Sakamoto Days, but maybe Sakamoto Days isn't going to last that long either. Because again, it's not series that are made to last long. So I mean, they have to keep looking for that next big thing. I think that might lead to a decrease in like magazine sales. I think Jump is the one who have more problem with this because magazine and Sunday have Detective Conan, which I don't think is ending anytime soon, and Hajime no Hippo, which I don't read, so I don't know how it is there, but I haven't heard anything about it ending soon either, so it's probably going to last a while. So they have those that are going to last for a while, but eventually they're going to end as well, and they're going to have to keep, renewing the magazine.
What you're saying is a reality that I feel that some people aren't really picking up on. The fact that these series are going to end. And the thing is, we're in an era where things are very different to how they were when we were coming up. And a lot of the anime that people consume today were published in an era that they aren't familiar with. It's not fair to paint so many anime and manga fans of today as newbies to the scene. But at the same time, what you're saying is a trend that we haven't seen before. We haven't seen manga artists push for the 5 year series. Before, you didn't know if your manga would last 6 months, but if you can go 6 to 10 years, that's amazing because not only do you have your legacy, but you're secure. Being a comic book artist, being an animator, being a manga artist, especially doing your own creation, is so difficult, and it really is a luxury. But to have it in one of the longest running magazines, one of the most popular magazines in the world for this sort of art form, it's something everybody wanted. Nowadays, does anyone really want to have a long running series? Does anyone want to be the next Oda? I don't think
Yeah.
so. And you definitely see it after all. One Piece, I've been a critic of One Piece as much as I do love One Piece. I don't think series need to go on that long with only one author at the helm. It seems very unnecessary to me. And there are periods where I think the series and the story, not that it suffers, but it doesn't hold up necessarily. I am happy to see more authors do 5 years, take some time off, and come back. The same way we saw with the creator of Tokyo Ghoul not coming back with Chojin X. There's more variety, and you're seeing more assistance of these popular series getting their time to shine, as we're seeing with Dandadan now, the
Yeah.
former assistant from Fire Punch, whatever. But at the same time, you're right. Shonen Jump is seeing something that's unprecedented. What's going to happen when they don't have another 10-year series that's going to be able to take the place of My Hero Academia and Black Clover and One Piece when they finally end? Will we see a shift to another magazine taking over as the most popular example of what is popular in the manga scene? We don't know what's going to happen, and I feel that the fans are definitely going to feel that quagmire opening up underneath them.